Hello everybody and welcome back to Season 32 of the Pokemon Cup Series. Today we're here at the Adromo Nestor Nunez Oval in Argentina for the running of the Exalted Argentina 400. It is the beginning of World Tour 32 here in the Pokemon Cup Series, and we'll be running on 4 different ovals all across the world. It'll be a lot of fun to do to see all these drivers run across the globe, all competing for spots to get into the playoffs. And then it leads up to, of course, the regular season finale that's going to be in Twin Ring Motegi in Japan. And that will be a lot of fun to see. On the pole today is the number 10 of Robert Smith, and on the front row as well is the 00 of Aiden Milliken. In row 2, we have James Richardson and Pichu. In row 3 is Anthony Lopez and Ian Canario. Row 4 is Chase Marks and Colin Manoli. And Andrew Miller, Nathan Stapleton round out your top 10. As you know, Richardson won the last race we had. That was our All-Star race at Biker Neki. So the World Tour technically started before All-Star race. It started in Suzuka Circuit as a doubleheader race in Japan, and then went into the All-Star weekend at Biker Neki in Latvia, and now we're here in South America's Argentina for a brand new race at a brand new track here in the Pokemon Cup Series. Probably the best view I can give you guys right now. As you can see, it is an oval. It is a very unique oval. Very long, very wide. It has short track speeds, and it's sure going to be a lot of fun to see how these cars can handle the oval here at Argentina's new Adromo Nestor Nunez. I got to give a big shout out to Cyron for creating this track. He's the guy who also created the Gravis City tracks that we'll be running in later this season. He also made this track, so shout out to him. And I'm going to give it a shot here because it's in Argentina and it fits the World Tour theme. So this is our very first race at Argentina, and we might actually have a race in Brazil soon, as I heard that John Norton's Wild Customs and Cars are working on a new road course in Brazil. So we're hoping that it comes out soon so we can run in it and make the Pokemon Cup Series return to Brazil. So it'll be very interesting to see these cars, the Pokemon Cup drivers, run again in Brazil, right next to Argentina. So we would have 2 races in South America. So as you could tell, this is not the first race we've ever had at South America. We had a race in Brazil in Season 3 at the Rio Oval in Emerson Fittipaldi Speedway, I believe. Now we're back here in South America for the first time in a while, and we're going to be running here in the oval of Nestor Nunez, a brand new oval opened by the Cyron, the creator of the Gravis City tracks, and we will run a 40-lap race to see how good this track is. Pace car has already made his way on the pit road before the cars even started, so we're going to have a quick start here today. That's why I paused a little bit, so that we can catch up to the action and go right onto it. It'll be a 40-lap race here. Robert Smith leading the field. It is sort of a sort of a roval, though not really. It is an oval, but it has like the makings of a short track and the backgrounds of a road course, but it's still an oval. So anyway, here we go. 40 laps to run here in the Exalted Argentina 400. Our first one. The green flag waves in Argentina. Great start by Robert Smith. And now the 11 car of James Richardson now up to 2nd place. Look at them going close side by side, and this is possible to pass here. First lap goes to the 10. Here comes Lopez. Ooh, trying to get that 00. Is he going to try to get him on this corner? A little contact there, a little paint rubbing, and he gets him. Now the 78 takes the third spot. The caution's out, though, for the first time today. And it's for a wreck on Marcus Sachi. He went off course. Let's see the replay. Here it is. He got hit by the 19 of Matthew Mdev. And Sachi went... He didn't go around, but he went off track. And he went into the grass. He nearly hit the tire barriers, but thank goodness he didn't. And he's still able to race. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, maybe got a little bit of the tire barriers, but he was still able to avoid a harder hit. And still able to run. So, good for him. He's able to continue the race. So, the 12 car's still in it. Let's see if any drivers are going to come into pit road. Not yet. No pit stops yet here in Argentina. It was weird that they pulled a caution out for that, for not even a spin. But this does make the field bunched up. And we'll see how these cars will handle the first restart of this track. We'll see if anyone is going to be aggressive enough to make the move for the lead. Here we go. The green flag waves. And Robert Smith leads the field back. Here we go, a little bump and run, and looks like the 10 car got a little bit of a boost. And the 10 car, Robert Smith, a good start for him. Richardson, though, still staying behind. Milliken wants third place back, and he'll get that third spot back. So right off the bat, Milliken gets the third position back. Oh, looks like Calmanoli wants the fourth spot from Lopez in the 78. Oh, look at Lopez looking low. He could get Milliken on this corner. Trying to get a better run than the 00. Trying to outbrake him in this turn. Here comes Manoli as well. Manoli trying to come back too. And the field has separated a little bit, but here's a 37 car. That is Nathan Stapleton working his way up to the front. Can he get the 2 car? Not quite there yet. And now the Pichu car in the number 9 makes the position away from Chase Marks. Ooh, contact back there, and Pichu gets him. Pichu got him just right there. He got him. Little bump and run there, and he's still able to continue the race. Robert Smith has pulled away a little bit. So far, he's led every lap. Question is, though, is anyone going to catch him? Still an early race, you never know. And now the 48 gets by, it's Grayson Acevedo getting by Philip Goldberg. He gets that position away, and now here comes Rich Roy, going to pass Michael Canto down that bottom line. It's probably the most non-circle short track we've ever run in. And he got the pass on by. Now the 24, that is Cody Lupton. He was looking to get the pass on the 22, and he might still get him. Might still get him on this corner. And he's not quite there yet. Nearly a second lead on Robert Smith over the 11 of James Richardson. So Robert Smith, this has been his race to lose. He's been the dominant driver of the race so far. See if that'll hold. We'll see if that will hold. This is the first time these guys have run on the track, so they're getting used to the weird configure to the lines, to the where the lines are here at the track Nestor Nunez. And the 72 of Andrew Miller battling with Nathan Stapleton. This is for a position. They get by him, and 72 gets by. 72 gets by for that position. Able to make the move. Now the 15 and 5 make the move as well, and the 5 gets that position away from the 96. Oh, look at that. He's going to go for the 33 too. He's going to go for that 33 car as well. He can't quite get there. Now Acevedo wants to pass Stapleton, and he will do so. Still only one caution so far. I wonder when these guys are going to come down pit road. I did not see them go down pit road before, so question is, when will these guys come to pit? If they come to pit like around lap 21, I believe that they might have to pit one more time. There might be some drivers that gamble. We don't know. We've seen unexpected winners at these tracks with pit strategy like insane. So it wouldn't be surprising we have another one out here at Argentina. Cano and Barretto probably having the most exciting battle of the field so far. Cano gets by 15. Now these guys going up high. This is going to be interesting. Robert Smith's lead, he increases every single lap. He's just getting better and better. Now here's Yepes and Gilbert battling it out for position here. And Yepes looks like he's going to get the pass on the 96. 20 to go here at Argentina. Oh, look at down low, and he looked like the 72 is going to pass the 1, but he can't quite get there just yet. Oh, wow. Pichu went a little high there. A little too high on that 9 car. But now he's able to save it, and he's able to continue. Well, look like Adam Milliken here is going to close in on the number 11 car. This might be his chance to finally get that second spot. Robert Smith's been running almost perfect here. Well, he's been running perfect in this entire race. So the question is he going to continue that perfection into the end? Oh, wow, the 00 trying to get that run, trying to get a lane here in the 11, trying to get the draft. Lost a little bit of gap there. There's the 00 of Adam Milliken trying to draft up James Richardson and possibly make a pass on him. Wow, he's trying to follow him in the break. He's getting a little higher than the 11 car, so I don't know if that's going to help him out at all. Getting a little higher in the 11. He's losing momentum again, so not making the pass when he wanted to. Trying to get that draft possibly on those straightaways. No one's been passing, and now low. Wow, looked like the 51 was going to try to pass. Looked like all these guys were trying to pass, and they couldn't get there. Just 15 laps to go, and Adromo Nestor Nunez. There's only been a few passes here and there, which is not what we expected, but this is the first race here, and so they're trying to find a line, and I'm sure next season races here are going to get more exciting. But for now, they're just getting used to the culture here in Argentina, getting used to all these guys running each other. Oh, would you look at that? Look at Lupton and Roberts battling really hard, trying to avoid wrecking each other. Because if they wreck each other, that would be a caution. It would change everything. Here's the 51 of John Andrews finally going to get past on John Gilbert. Ooh, now we have pit stops. This is going to be fun. We finally have pit stops now. Robert Smith chooses to pit as the leader, and that means for the first time this race, we have a different leader, and that's the 00 of Ada Milliken. I'm sure Milliken, though, is going to have to pit on this lap. Looks like he will pit. 00 comes down. Everybody else seems to be the ones coming down. The ones that did not pit, along with the other half of the cars, are coming down right now. We'll see how this one will work out. Robert Smith still going on pit road, so pit stops are going to be a little slow here. But here we go. Pit stops begin here under the green flag. Let's see how this one will go down. Let's see if Robert Smith will come out first off pit road, or will there be another driver that comes out first? Handful of cars coming out. Here we go. It looks like Robert Smith is going to be out first off pit road. And by a long shot. And by a long margin. Robert Smith's out first off pit road by a long margin. No competition. We're going to continue to look out for these guys off pit road. More cars coming out. One car. Oh wait, is that the 11? I believe that is the 11. 00 just came in from the lead. Robert Smith probably going to try to go back and try to run again. And now Milliken has a problem. Now Milliken looks like he's stuck there. And so is Richardson. Richardson's stuck as well. Some of these cars are stuck. Some of these cars have problems on pit road and they're not coming out. What is going on? What is going on with Milliken? He's not coming out. Well, these 4 cars are not coming out. Something is wrong. The 10 car just retook the lead from the 00, but what has happened? The 9 finally comes, the 11 finally comes out, and the 00 finally comes out. That is so weird. The 00 had a bad pit stop. I don't know what went wrong there. They probably had a mess. They screwed up on pit road. They had a problem and they couldn't go out. That's a tough break for them. Oh, 3 wide again. Last time they went 3 wide, there was a caution. They better be careful here. Ooh, Richardson. The last time they went 3 wide, there was a caution. And thank goodness they make it out. That was a close call. There's the leader, Robert Smith. He's going to have to deal with lap traffic now with 8 to go. This should be fun. Should be a lot of interesting to see how these cars, how he can deal with lap traffic. Tom Manoli's now up to 2nd place and running over almost a 4-second gap between him and the 10. Robert Smith, if he doesn't screw this up, he can still win. He can still win. Only 1 lap, I believe, he has not led in this race. Just been a dominant day for him all throughout. 7 laps to go at Argentina. And Robert Smith, he's going to let lap traffic not get the best of him. Eli Bryant, 17. Only 17 cars are on the lead lap. That is so weird. All those cars just waited a little longer than they should have been. And they just came up like that. It's just weird. But Robert Smith leads with 6 laps to go here at Argentina. Question is he going to hang on and win this race? 5 laps to go in the number 10 for Robert Smith. His lead is actually bigger than it was before. So, lap traffic is nothing for him. And he's increasing his lead every single lap. This has been his day. This has been his day no matter what happens. Saw Acevedo with a little damage in that 48. Must have been a commotion on pit road. 4 to go for Robert Smith, though. Robert Smith, he won earlier this season. So another win makes him a 2-time winner. And he'll be a lock into the playoffs. The only other driver with 2 wins this season and locked in the playoffs is Johnny Gardner. So Robert Smith will be locked in the playoffs. Last season he won 2 races, but those wins were encumbered because he posted spoilers on both of those races and therefore was ineligible to make the playoffs. But he's learned his lesson, he said, and we'll see. If he still wins, it'll be another 2-win season for Robert Smith, and but this time though, he'll be competing for a championship with Johnny Gardner for sure. Just 2 to go for the number 10. It has been Robert Smith's day all throughout. If there's a caution though, we will have overtime. But there has only been 1 caution the entire race. And it's all been Robert Smith from here. We're coming to the white flag with 1 lap to go here at Argentina. Here it is. White flag is in the air. And Robert Smith, all he has to do is go through the corners perfectly, and he'll win the race. 2 turns left for the number 10. And Robert Smith, he's going to do it again like he did last season. He'll come off the final turn. He'll get his 2nd win of season 32 at the Exalta at Argentina 400 at Autódromo Néstor Núñez in Argentina. So an easy win for Robert Smith. He wins from the pole position, led almost every single lap in a dominating fashion in Argentina, and he wins the first race at this track. And I'm sure they will improve on this track next season, make it more exciting than it was here today. But it's just the start of it, and they have enjoyed the what Argentina has brought out here today. Is there a commotion on? Looked like there was a commotion at the end of the race. Whoa, there was some tension at the end of the race. What in the world just happened? Wait, they're all trying to get in at the same time. Somebody spun. Somebody was too slow on pit road. Robert Smith, I know he caught in. Wait, what was Pichu doing? What was Pichu doing? It's like he couldn't steer the car. It's like none of these guys could steer the car. Yepes got hit and he flips at the end of the race. That is so weird. He flipped at the end of the race and... Wow, that is unusual. That was a bizarre end to a race. That was bizarre. That is weird. Oh my gosh, that was so weird. That was insane. But Robert Smith, we do know, has won here at Autódromo Néstor Núñez here in Argentina. The very first Pokemon Cup race in Argentina. So he's forever known as the first winner at this track. And that will be his 2nd win of the season. He will now be assured of being a playoff driver when we come to the playoffs here in the Pokemon Cup series. We look at the rest of the field and we only see 17 cars that stayed on the lead lap today, and that's because there was some weird glitches on pit road and cars wouldn't go out, either intentionally or what. I just don't know. I mean, I just don't know about this. I just don't know what happened, to be honest with you. But I think they were trying to get used to this. And as I'm adding the points right now, I see that Robert Smith led all but 2 laps in the race. And the 2 laps was when he was on pit road. So there's that. So he almost led every lap. A near perfect weekend for him at Argentina. And that's his 2nd win of the season. Assured of being in the playoffs now. And we look at the point standings after Argentina, and O'Neal Balvin is your regular season points leader, a 19-point edge over Cullen Francis. Those 2 have wins, so one of them is going to be a regular season champion and maybe even a playoff driver. Alexander Rose still has no wins, and he's 25th, 25 back of the lead. 29 back of the lead, also with no wins, is Carter Friesen. Noli's 1 win, Gardner 2, Yep has 1. Sachi and Smart have no wins, and Wong has 1 win and is in 10th in points. Excuse me. Let's look at the rest of the field now. And there you see Robert Smith, 28th in points, but 2 wins though will assure him of being a playoff driver when we get to the playoffs in just a couple races from now. So we're only starting on the World Tour, guys. It's going to continue. It's going to heat up, folks. So next up, it'll be Calder Park Raceway in Australia, the home track of Zachary Fitzwater. It's going to be a battle down under for the ages, and these 40 cars will battle down under for potential chance to get in the playoffs. So we'll see if that will work out for some of them. So I hope you guys will be watching our next race at Calder Park, and we'll see you there as we join Robert Smith in Victory Lane here in Argentina, which is like Bristol, but it doesn't matter. We'll see you guys next time.